recess, and I understand that many members are busy with constituency work. I think as Gershwin has indicated, we've received apologies from Honorable Fisser and Honorable Zandanella. And just in terms of our agenda today, I expect us to be relatively quick, but we'll be dealing with we'll be considering the Correctional Services Amendment Bill, B32-220, and thereafter we would consider the committee report. Members will recall that we met on the 10th of March 2021, where we were briefed by the Department of Correctional Services on the Correctional Services Amendment Bill. And perhaps I'll just go a bit into the background to remind members that this bill was developed to give effect to the Constitutional Court judgment known as the Partha judgment dated the 3rd of May 2019. Mosamai, can you mute, please? As I was saying, the Concord judgment was known as the Partha judgment, dated the 3rd of May 2019, where certain sections of the Principal Act were found to be unconstitutional, and the Concord ordered the amendments of these sections by Parliament be made within a period of 24 months or 2 years from the date of the order. And the deadline thus was, or is, the 3rd of May 2021. While the court did provide a reading provision on members, it came to our attention at the beginning of the recess period that the reading provision also expires on the same date, and hence the urgency for this meeting. But in terms of the Principal Act, the Constitutional Court varied and confirmed an order of invalidity of the High Court of sections 136(1) and section 73, subsection B, 6B4, in that these sections were declared inconsistent or they breached the constitutional rights to equal treatment by the law and not to be discriminated against unfairly. And section 136, subsection 1 provides that offenders sentenced before the 1st of October 2004 are subject to the 1959 Act and must serve a minimum of 20 years, but offenders sentenced after the 1st of October 2004 are subjected to the 1998 Act and must therefore serve a minimum of 25 years. And section 136(1) thus created a dual system of assessment, consideration and placement on parole of sentenced inmates determined by their date of sentence. So the bill proposes amendments to the Principal Act to align it with the Constitution and the Partha judgment. Honorable members, and it also further seeks to amend the Principal Act in order to align the definition of minister. However, following the briefing of the bill by the department before we went on recess, the bill was advertised for public comments in national newspapers from the 29th of March 2021 with a deadline of the 16th of April 2021. The bill was also published on Parliament's social media platforms and website from the 10th of March 2021. However, honourable members, I should just indicate to the meeting that we received no comments from the public. Hence, honourable members, I want to then put it forward to you whether you want to deliberate further on the bill and or raise any comments. I'll just open it up. If members can just raise their hands if they would want to comment and or deliberate further. I see Honorable Bartlett and Honorable Nikolakis in that order. Honorable Bartlett.
Okay, no, Chair, I just want to say we already had this briefing and we were briefed, so we wanted to accept the report unless there's something else.
Okay. Honorable Nikolakis.
Thank you, Chair. In light of the fact that we did not get any comments from the public and it's been through the process in the National Assembly, I'm also happy to proceed. Thank you.
Okay, and Honorable Mtetwa.
Thank you, Chair. I just also want to align myself with the two speakers already.
Okay, and Honorable Mtetwa.
Thanks, Chair. I'm covered, Chair. Thank you very much.
No, thank you, honorable members. Then, our members, we should just note that there are 4 clauses in the amended bill, where clause 1 of the bill deals with the definition of minister, clause 2 amends section 73 of the Principal Act, clause 3 amends section 136 of the Principal Act, and clause 4, the short title and commencement. I think what honorable members are saying is that they are comfortable with these amendments and that we should move forward. If I can then get a mover to adopt the bill formally.
Enoch
I'm
Mtetwa,
Honorable
Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Mtetwa. Honorable Bartlett.
I second, Chair.
Thanks. Are there any objections and or abstentions? Okay, there are none. Then I think the bill is thus unanimously adopted, and the committee is in agreement that the amendments address the unconstitutionality of the bill and ensures the constitutional rights to equal treatment by the law and not to be discriminated against unfairly. Honourable members, and if you can allow me to also table the committee report, I'll request Gershwin to flight it. Gershwin, if you can project it. Okay, if you can go to the background, I think, honourable members, you would have received the report, although I know you would have received it late. But in essence, the background covers, my opening remarks covered a lot of what is contained in the background, but it deals with the PATHA judgment and the relevant amendments. The next issue is the public participation process, which outlines the dates of when the bill was advertised for public comment, and the fact that we received no public comments on the bill, and hence we're meeting today to further proceed the bill, and indeed we are unanimously in support of this bill. And then in terms of our recommendation as the Select Committee on Security and Justice, having considered the Correctional Services Amendment Bill, referred to it and specified by the JTM as a Section 75 bill, submits the bill without proposing amendments for the Council's consideration. On members, if I can once again open it up for any comments and or additions to the report. And if none, if there would be then a mover for the adoption of the report.
I formally move for the adoption, Chairperson.
Thank you, Honorable Dan. And second, I see Honorable Nita.
Yes, Chair, I second the mover. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, honorable members. I think the report is also duly adopted. And that being said, we've actually come to the end of our agenda and of the processing of the Correctional Services Amendment Bill. Let me thank you once again and thank the officials from the Department of Correctional Services. I understand some of you have other commitments, so let me also then declare this meeting closed. Thank you very much, honorable members.
Thank you, Chair.